Ah, yes. Just leaving work, man. Not tired at all. I got plenty of energy. I'm so excited. This has been such a wonderful day. You know, every day is a wonderful day. And this ain't bipolar. Okay, when you're bipolar, you don't just stay pumped up for 6 straight months. Yeah, I was down for a week and a half, maybe a week, because my Aunt Marilyn passed away. And, I took that in stride, and it's okay to get down when you lose somebody that means that much to you, and certainly she does and did and will always mean the world to me. And but man, things are just going so well, and I mean, I am not joking. Every single day, I don't want to hear that I'm not doing the right thing, I'm not doing the Lord's work. I'm 61, I'm getting ready to be 62. I ain't never had a streak of just people and things just all going my way. I've had to fight and battle and wish and just hope to get lucky. Not anymore. When it comes to me and my mission, just everything falls into place. And I do have one big one I'm waiting on. And I'll let the Lord handle it. And Proverbs, there you go. And I'm not burning the phone up, and I'm not harassing anybody. I'm going to just let it happen. And but whichever way these last couple things go, whether I need a band, I'm trying to get a band put together, but I do only have so much time. And I don't know that many musicians, and you Louisville area musicians, man, it might be time to get with the program, because, man, I got something special here. Real special. But, and I'm not trying to, take a look at my TikTok. Walk This Way 793. Look up and down my wall. Oh, yeah. What a day. What a day. This is Monday. You know, the mamas, the papas have that song, Monday, Monday. Hey, Monday's a good day. What a good start to the week, man. I cannot tell you enough. I don't even know what to say. I got nothing but love for everybody and anybody that, doesn't like me or looking for bad things to talk about. Oh, Hello Kitty there. Yeah. Dodgers. I got nothing but love for you. Nothing but, and I just don't have time. You've only got so many marbles in the jar. And I'm learning, I've learned a long time ago, but sometimes it's difficult. When people say bad things about you, do things, negative things to you, whatever, any energy you spend addressing that and fighting that is energy you don't have to do what you need to do, the, positive things that you need to be doing and doing. So you're allowing people to defeat you and to steal your time by just being negative and affecting your attitude. It's a lot more difficult to be positive when people around you are being negative. So, man, don't be around those people. I found that if you just change your environment, when people are negative and they're negative often enough, man, just get away from them because they're stealing your energy. And so, that's what I'm doing. And if you're just tuning in, hey, Courtney, what's up? And you can rewind and watch the whole thing. Man, it's just a great day. Just a great day to be alive. I feel good. I'm healthy. I've got everything going my way. And because finally I'm doing what God told me to do. I really didn't want to be doing this. I wanted just to get a little bit of Jesus. Just enough Jesus to not be smoking crack anymore. And I let the camel get its nose under the tent. And came in and had a look around. And he started remodeling. And I gotta tell you, it's, sinning and just doing whatever I wanted. That was a lot of fun, but it came with a lot of consequences, a lot of painful consequences. And I had to learn the hard way, but I did learn. And now I'd like to save a lot of other people from making the same mistake I made. And I have a novel way of communicating. I know I'm out there. I know I'm a little all over the place. A lot all over the place is what I am. And, this is my method. This is what God created. God needed somebody that was way outside the box to reach these people, because I'm telling you, I was a crackhead once. Some guy walking down the street waving a Bible, you're not going to have a conversation with that guy that's going to result in you going to church and, more than likely stop doing drugs. You need somebody you can identify with, somebody that knows the lingo and has been there before and has got long hair and maybe dressed a little crazy and, willing to identify with you so they can relate. And then I bring the Bible out. Okay, then I bring it out. You don't bring it out right off the bat. You gotta wear your hat backwards and go out and say, "What's up, man?" And, get the drug of choice and find out about their childhood and how they got on the street, how they got on crack, why they're on crack, why they drinking, why they doing this, the wife leave them, find out I've been through all that stuff. And, and the ones that want to listen, and there have been some, I have flat out helped some people get off the streets. And off drugs. And in the meantime, also, I've lost some friends to overdoses. And I've been to a few funerals, and I've visited a few grave sites of friends that wouldn't listen. And that could have been me. And you know what? It could be still you or your loved one that's affected by alcohol or addiction. It all stems from some childhood trauma or something that happened to them, usually when they were young. And just almost everyone I talked to, almost everyone, I can't remember very many that didn't admit that they had something going on in their childhood that really bothered them. And I'm telling you, that's not an excuse to go and do drugs or alcohol or throw your life away, but it is the reason. And I'm going to hammer that home a bunch, because it just saying, "Oh, that's no excuse," and then move on. That's no excuse. It's not an excuse, but it is the reason. And so we as a society, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't create the addicts by giving them the reason? Yeah, you could always do whatever you want to your kids and then blame them later because it's not an excuse. But why not encourage them and love them and support them and nurture them and give them coping skills instead of things to cope with? When you give your kids things to cope with instead of giving them coping skills, then it ends up blowing up, and it blew up on me. And I'm writing a whole book about that. It's the whole reason why behind these impressions that I do, from Neil Diamond to Steven Tyler to Eddie Vedder to James Taylor or Jim Croce or you name it, Gordon Lightfoot, because when I hear the radio and growing up, I would want to be that person, because I didn't have drugs and alcohol. I could be that person on the radio instead of being me, because I didn't want to be me. That was my escape. That's how I learned to do the Barry Manilow and the Elton John and all these different people. I wanted to be them, so I got to be them for 3 or 4 minutes, and it helped me maintain my sanity. That's the reason. That's the tie-in between the impressions and the addiction. And I got really good at I'm better than others, and this is not about how great a singer I am. This is really a story about look what extreme I had to go through to survive. I had to pretend to be other people because I couldn't stand to be myself. That's really sad, but you know what? It's not, it's sad objectively. I went through it and I've dealt with it and I'm okay. I'm over it. That's why I can do what I do now. I can go out and I can do my best Steven Tyler, and I can do, the Righteous Brothers, do whatever. And I'm not afraid to get up in front of 100,000 people, however many people it takes, because I was on the street before, and I know that the masses, I've got to get a crowd in that come to see the impressions, so then I can sneak in this little talk about addiction and alcoholism and depression and anxiety and child abuse and childhood trauma and all the things that end up causing addiction, so then we can blame the addict when he's coming up with his excuses. But he's not giving excuses. He's giving the reasons. And those reasons we could take away by not giving them those reasons to begin with. Learn how to treat our children and learn how to be. Just because your children don't tell on you and they go to school and they don't tell people what's happening at home, doesn't mean it's not happening. I'm here to tell you that firsthand. And more on that later. But look, I'm not going to get down. That was just some serious talk because, you look, if you're wanting to hear some serious talk, I got some. But I ain't letting it steal my joy a bit because today was a wonderful day. And I'm sure when I get home, it's going to get better. There's just like blessings just falling out of the sky. Thank you for spending some time with me. And, you know, I appreciate you checking out my videos and my wall and liking and all your hearts and all that good stuff. And I love you people. And I know most of you love me back. And the ones you don't, you'll come around. You'll come around. All right? We'll see you in a bit.